Evening. I now call to order the regular town board meeting for the town of Arundequoit, January 22nd, 2020. Visitors are invited to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. We'll be led by Troop 356 from the town of Arundequoit, so please stand, and Scouts, we await you. Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Councilwoman Freeman.
Here.
Councilman Perticone.
Here.
Councilwoman Romeo.
Here.
Councilman Weiner.
Here.
Supervisor Seeley.
Here.
Attorney for the town.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have a modest agenda tonight. We have a very special ceremony before we get to the body of our work. We do have no public hearings scheduled for this evening, or do we? Is that right? We do not. We've had so many, I just want to make sure. I thought I was reading it right, but before we get to our special event, just a few announcements, if you permit me. As we've done for the past 6 years now, this coming Saturday from 11 to 4 p.m., 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., we'll mark our town's Winterfest ceremony. For those of you who've never been to Winterfest, it is the tradition of Arundequoit for throwing a good party. It's actually to 11 to 3 p.m., I'll say. But we throw a good party, and we didn't have one in the winter, so we figured we'd add one in the winter as well. This is a largely free event for families. It includes many things to do that are not weather dependent. We have even more space this year allotted for a number of very fun activities. So the event goes on. We've done this now 6 years, and we've had good weather. We've had sunny and 60. We've had 12 degrees and snowy, and people show up every year. So again, that's 11 to 3, and it's free admittance. There are some vendors that do charge. So we look forward to seeing everyone turn up for this year's Winterfest. For those of you who file for our exemptions, our star exemption with our assessor's office, I'm just always mindful of the looming March 1st deadline, which this year is actually March 2nd, because March 1st falls on a Sunday. This is always an important day for both the income verification for your enhanced star in particular, that's the senior star exemptions that folks receive, and there is a new mechanism by which that needs to be verified. There are a lot of questions. Our assessor's office is there to answer questions as you may have them. Also, many residents and homeowners are eligible for limited income or exemptions that we offer for those with disabilities or those who have served at our armed services. So if you're eligible for those, we want to make sure you're getting them. Again, March 1st is the general deadline for those, and this year will be March 2nd. But we encourage people to call our assessor's office at 336-6055 or come visit them at any time. They're happy to help you. On behalf of our recreation department, I'd like to invite all of our residents to join us for their Valentine's Day with the best way to celebrate love, and that would be by playing Candy Bar Bingo at our senior center. This starts at it takes place on February 14th at the senior center on Pine Grove at 6 to 7 p.m. at a cost of $3 per person, max $10 per family. You can visit arundequoitrec.com or call 336-6070. Again, that's on the Valentine's Day starting at 6 p.m. The town will be holding its biannual American Red Cross blood drive right here in the town hall meeting room. That's tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Our town hall is very quickly transformed into a blood donation center, and we always do a very nice job. Walk-ins are always welcome. I encourage you to make an appointment with the supervisor's office, 336-6034. We still will be taking those tomorrow morning. Again, walk-ins are welcome, so join Councilman Perticone and I in helping make sure our blood banks are well stocked. One note, we had a recent retirement from our Arundequoit Police Department. Officer Jason Allen retired officially earlier this year. His last day of work was technically late last year. But Officer Allen was a tremendous asset to our community. He was also a great asset to our country, having served in a foreign theater, Afghanistan, as a Chinook helicopter pilot. We certainly will miss him around here. He's actually not really retiring. He's going back into active duty service. So God bless you, Officer Allen. We miss you and are proud of you. On a note of welcoming folks into our family, Greg Benoit has been named the new director of the Irondequoit Library. Greg started at the turn of the year and is also already doing a fantastic job leading that facility. It's a tremendous resource. We got him from another municipality that was happy to see him go, but also not happy to see him go. He had done a tremendous job in the Gates Library. So if you're over at the library, ask for Greg. He's been very out and open, trying to get to know the residents, and he's already doing a terrific job. A quick reminder that town offices will be closed Monday, February 17th, and for President's Day. So that's Monday, February 17th. A few weeks ago, I attended the State of the State, which I almost do every year. I actually attended with County Executive Bello, and we were thrilled to be not joined, but pay a visit to another visiting delegation from Irondequoit, that being some students from West Irondequoit High School who were there, joining students from across the state to attend the speech. They were really elated. It was a tremendous experience for them. It really is a tremendous experience for a youngster, and as someone who believes in civic education, I couldn't be happier to see they were actually enjoying themselves there as opposed to rather preferring to be in the classroom. So kudos to the kids from West Irondequoit. And as we always do, last week we recognized a member of our organization with our Staff Spotlight Award. This month we recognize Carrie Burdick from our town's assessment office. Carrie does a tremendous job. She's a loyal member of that department, really treats every resident she engages with nothing but respect and dignity. Sometimes those are hard, difficult conversations, and she does a tremendous job ensuring that the constituent always comes first. So congratulations to you, Carrie. And I believe I made a mistake. The blood drive is the 23rd. I think I said it was. I forget which day I said it, but the blood drive is actually January 23rd. That would be tomorrow here in the Broderick Meeting Room. And with that, we can now join, I'll ask the town board to join Chief Tantillo at the dais, and he will take over as Master of Ceremony.
Thank you very much, Mr. Supervisor and the Town Board. We really appreciate the opportunity to spend some time and recognize individuals in our organization. And of course, I'm joined here by Captain Alan Laird. If I could have Lieutenant Casey McLaughlin come forward with his entourage. There they go. Looking pretty sharp tonight, boys. I like it. Dad teach you to hop like that? So this is a very important occasion, not only for the officers, but their families, and certainly our entire organization. So tonight we have the opportunity for the supervisor to swear in Casey McLaughlin to the rank of police lieutenant. Apparently he made the right choice and came to the Irondequoit Police Department as opposed to maybe some others, right? Just thought I'd throw that out there. But obviously, you can see they're a family of dedicated public servants, and we appreciate all of that. Lieutenant McLaughlin came to the Irondequoit Police Department after serving 7 years with the Livingston County Sheriff's Office, so their loss was our gain. He joined the Irondequoit Police Department in 2009 and has served in many capacities within our organization. He was an exceptional patrol officer, conducted major investigations, and has been a critical member of the forensics unit, the technicians unit for the Irondequoit Police Department, and currently serves as the commander of that unit. They've conducted several intensive investigations associated with forensics and how important that is to the criminal justice system. And in April of this year, conducted a forensics analysis of a crime scene that was very dangerous and was critical for us to be able to move towards a resolution with that. In September of 2017, he was promoted to the rank of sergeant, and like any good junior sergeant, they immediately gets assigned to midnights. And then in this past November and December, he was promoted to the rank of lieutenant and is currently assigned to the 3rd Platoon. He's a highly decorated police officer and has received many awards and serves this community with distinction and honor. Mr. Supervisor.
Holding the Bible. I, Casey McLaughlin,
I, Casey McLaughlin,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will defend the Constitution
that I will defend the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and of the State of New York.
and of the State of New York.
I will enforce all of the laws
I will enforce all the laws
of the State of New York
of the State of New York
and the town of Arundecoit.
and the town of Arundecoit.
I will fulfill the duties
I will fulfill the duties
of the rank
of the rank
of lieutenant
of lieutenant
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
I will serve, protect, and guide
I will serve, protect, and guide
the citizens of the town of Arundecoit.
the citizens of the town of Arundecoit.
I will obey all orders, rules, and regulations
I will obey all orders, rules, and regulations
of the Arundecoit Police Department.
of the Arundecoit Police Department.
Lieutenant McLaughlin, congratulations.
So I jokingly advised some friends that I tapped my inner Jason Allen for this, so I hope you're all comfortable. I'm just kidding. First, I'd like to thank the supervisor, the town board members, Chief Tantillo and Captain Laird. I'm extremely humbled for this opportunity. Never in a million years did I ever expect to be standing here being sworn in as a lieutenant. I need to thank my family, my wife Christy, my boys Conlon, Keegan, and Ronan. I can't believe they're still standing up here. I know. Too bad it won't happen when we get home. If it wasn't for their support and their understanding, I miss a lot of stuff. Birthdays get rescheduled. I can't remember the last time we did a holiday on a holiday. But if it wasn't for them, I certainly wouldn't be able to pursue this career like I have. My mom and dad, they've always been extremely supportive of me, and I thank them for that. They've always pointed me in the right direction, and my dad's always been a great sounding board when I needed some advice. My brother Danny. Danny's the guy I go to when I'm frustrated or I have to talk about police work, and it's great having somebody in the field that I can rely on to talk to. He got the brains of the family. Before I do anything crazy, I always talk to him. Hey, what do you think? And I'm grateful to have him, and that it makes things a lot easier for me. I need to thank the IPD command staff, the sergeants and the lieutenants. They've been great mentors to me, and they're always there when I need a helping hand or a suggestion or a way to resolve an issue that I can't come up with. They're always great to step in and help me out with that. I've always been very fortunate to work with great partners. Whether working days, afternoons, or nights, we are very busy, we work hard, and we rely on each other to get the job done and go home safely. I would especially like to thank my current partners, Sergeant Hughes, Sergeant Murphy, Officer Fitzak, Officer Kreiser, Officer Nichols, Officer Cole, Officer Colgrove, Officer Shevlin, Officer Luby, Officer Greenfield, Officer Gramlich, Officer Schwartz, Officer Lantry, Officer Gelfo, Officer Bohr, Officer Gruen, Officer Sally, Officer Kay, Officer Bruckle. I think he's here somewhere. Yeah, I'd like to thank you too, bud. To paraphrase General Schwarzkopf, it doesn't take a hero to order someone into harm's way, but it takes a hero to be the person who steps into harm's way. Sorry, this is the Jason Allen part. I consider myself truly fortunate to get to work with the officers of the Irondequoit Police Department. They are the true heroes. They step into harm's way every day to help our neighbors, protect our most vulnerable, and to keep our community safe. I'm proud to work alongside these talented individuals and to call them my partners. I'd like to thank everybody for being here today, and please join us for cake. I really don't want my kids eating all of it, so thank you very much. Thank you for everybody that came.
We have a special recognition tonight. We'd like to have Xavier Israel and his mom come forward. Yeah. It's okay, Mom. All right. That's, you know what? Neither am I. So, are we all set, Investigator Wigton? I know there's a box on the evaluation that says follows instructions. So, we're here tonight to recognize Xavier and his mom with a family of first responders. But Xavier is an intern with the Irondequoit Police Department, and he's here from Keuka College, and he's a sophomore. And he's been working with us for nearly the last month. And I just have to say that he's made a great impression upon the men and women of the Irondequoit Police Department, our records management staff, our specialist Doug Averill, and the work that he does within the organization, the officers that he's had the opportunity to ride along with. It's really exceptional to meet someone like Xavier, who represents the future of law enforcement as he is a criminal justice student. And Mom, you've done an exceptional job. Mom and Dad have done an exceptional job. One of the things that really caught our attention was it's Friday, and it's like, hey, Xavier, you know, it's 2 o'clock. You want to take off early? You know, go ahead. And it's like, no, Philomena gave me a project, and I'm not done, so I want to stay and finish it. And, you know, that speaks volumes about your work ethic, your character, and the type of individual that you've become. And one day, I would love to see you be a member of the Irondequoit Police Department. But until that day, we would like to present you with this certificate of recognition for the exceptional work ethic, and really the future that you present for all of us. So congratulations. Job well done. Okay. Well, listen, we got a group picture. Did you get that, Doug? Okay, all right, we're good. Can I say one thing? Okay. I want to thank everybody. I also always thank the Irondequoit Town Board for giving us the opportunity to recognize our personnel. This is really a moment in life that we all cherish when we have things to celebrate, and they give us the platform to be able to do that. I just want to take one moment to recognize the exceptional work of the Irondequoit Police Department and many of the members here tonight as a result of the intensive investigation that was initiated yesterday and within a 12-hour period was culminated with the arrest of an individual. So we had a very fluid crime scene to work through. We had a number of obstacles to be able to overcome, but the exceptional work by the men and women that you see here tonight, as well as the other members of our organization that are still working the road or perhaps on other assignments, to know that within 12 hours they were able to resolve something, knowing that the public safety of this community is their first priority. So I want to congratulate and recognize each and every one of you that's here tonight. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. I always say that's always a very tough act for the town board to follow. We will do our best, but congratulations to Lieutenant McLaughlin. Thank you, Xavier, for your help. We hope you come back. That wasn't a soft push, but we hope you join us at least at some point as you continue your studies. And it doesn't insult us if folks aren't going to stay around for the balance of the meeting. We do just ask, we do need to continue conducting the people's business. So if you are leaving, try and if there's a place to get to, just try not to stay out in the hallway too long, for it does resonate. And we always have public input right after that. We want to make sure we can hear the speakers. So thank you very much. Have a good night. At this time, we do not have anyone yet signed up for public input. However, if anyone in the audience does wish to address the board on any topic, they may do so now. Seeing no interest in public input, we will move on to the financial report. Filling in for Comptroller Marsh is our loyal member of the Comptroller's Office, Rick Checky. Rick, take it away.
Okay, so for this month's report, we're presenting a preliminary look at the 2019 financial results for the town, and this will be as of December 31st. The 2019 books will not close until after the end of February in order to allow for the receipt and processing of outstanding expense commitments, as well as properly booking any remaining 2019 revenue that's owed to the town. At the February and March town board meetings, we'll continue to present the most current 2019 preliminary results, along with starting the respective 2020 monthly financial reports. At a subsequent town board meeting, the town's auditors from the Bonadil Group will present an overview of the final audited 2019 financial statements and audit report. The 2019 financial results as of December 31st are 100% of the year is now elapsed, and the town's total expenses, which is actual expenditures plus open encumbrances, of $35,228,000 are lower than budget, currently at 97.1%. Actual expenses are $33,661,000, or 92.7% of the budget, and encumbrances total $1,567,000, or 4.3% of the budget. The open encumbrance amount will start decreasing as departments submit final 2019 invoice payments and close out any of their unused encumbrances. The general fund total expenses of $20,545,000 are below budget at 96.2%. The actual expenditures total $19,978,000, 93.5% of budget, and current encumbrances are $567,000, or 2.7% of the budget. Overall, the total expenses of the three combined highway funds are $5,596,000 and below budget at 95.8%. Actual expenses to date are $5,141,000, which is 88% of the budget, and open encumbrances currently total $455,000, and that's 7.8% of the budget. The library total expenditures of $2,465,000 are favorable at 95.5% of the budget. Year-to-date expenses in the sewer fund are $3,923,000 and below budget at 96.2%. Actual sewer expenditures are $3,837,000, which is 94.1% of the budget, and encumbrances currently are $86,000 or 2.1% of the budget. Total stormwater drainage expenses of $1,302,000 are on par with the budget at 99.8%. Regarding 2019 revenue to date, the general fund has received revenue of $18,509,000, which is 88.2% of the budget. There's outstanding anticipated revenues from sales tax, mortgage tax, and franchise cable TV, which total about $2,450,000, and that would bring the general fund revenue to nearly 100% for 2019. For the entire town, $32,140,000, or 90.7% of revenue and appropriated fund balance has been received to date, and approximately $17.2 million of this revenue is from the real estate taxes. To date, the library has confirmed revenue of $2,569,000, which is 99.6% of their budget. Highway funds have received $5,178,000, which is 91.3% of the budgeted revenue. 100.1%, or $4,048,000 of revenue has been received by Consolidated Sewers, and Drainage has also verified receipt of 72.8% of the budgeted revenue at $767,000. That concludes the preliminary 2019 financial report, again as of December 31st.
Thanks, Rick. Any questions? Just note to the two things. the governor's budget came out today, and thankfully, as opposed to last year, he did include in his budget the aid and incentives to municipalities, which is our basically aid that flat base aid that we receive from Albany. We received the same amount every year, but last year was the first year he had proposed zeroing that out. That isn't in his budget, so we won't have to fight to have that restored. And I'll just note, sales tax, while our final disbursement won't come until the spring, generally we are able to estimate what we'll close our year out with on a prorated basis, and all indications were that sales tax was tracking positively, so it is our hope that, fingers crossed, we will be under budget on the expense side and over budget on the revenue side, which is, it's always good to have one or the other, but to have both is actually twice as nice. So thank you, Rick, and the rest of the department for their hard work to close our books out. With that, I'll accept the motion to accept the financial report.
Move.
And a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Financial report is accepted. Move on to minutes.
Approval of minutes, December 10th, 2019, the workshop meeting.
Motion.
Moved.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions, comments, revisions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention?
Abstain.
Councilwoman Freeman and the abstention. Minutes are approved.
December 17, 2019, the regular town board meeting.
Motion.
Move.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you. Questions, comments, or revisions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention?
Abstain.
Minutes are approved with abstention from Councilwoman Freeman.
Items for board action. Item number 1, approving Article 7 settlement for 2200 North Goodman Street, brought by W 2005 Fargo Hotels.
Those, I'll take a motion. Moved. And a second.
Second.
Those LLCs and those LPs are so, whatever happened to a straightforward name of an entity. Our dear assessor, please, an explanation.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. So this is for the property at 2200 North Goodman Street. It's the Holiday Inn. Was previously settled and was reassessed during the townwide reval. The assessment was changed during the normal freeze period of the original settlement. They brought another Article 7 for the years 18 and 19, and it is being settled now at a higher assessment than the original settlement, and this assessment will hold through 2022. Refunds will be paid for 18 and 19, which will be approximately $6,157 from the town.
Thank you. Comptroller Yosad. Any questions or comments on this? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 2, authorizing the supervisor to enter into an agreement to receive Zombie 2.0 grant funds.
Motion. Moved. And a second.
Second.
Thank you. Ms. Ivers, explanation, please, and what will likely be the only resolution ever to include the word zombie in the title, so make it a good one.
One can only hope. This resolution is authorizing you to sign into a contract with LISC. This is for funding to address vacant properties. The funding is already reflected and was known about while the 2020 budget was being prepared, and so the funds associated with the grant have already been reflected. This will be used to bolster staffing and also legal and record searches associated with pursuing vacant properties for code compliance and ultimately to bring about change.
And just to elaborate a little, the legal proceedings that'll be done pursuant to the relatively new state law holding bank-owned properties accountable.
Correct, and it will also be utilizing the state's DFS registry, which is a statewide registry of bank-owned vacant properties.
Great. So this has been already this program, working with the Attorney General and LISC, has been a tremendous asset for the town. We were able to use some software over the past several years. It really enhanced our ability to manage these properties. And this is really, I think, the next step in our evolution of ensuring that these properties are maintained, but also can get back onto a healthy cycle of ownership. And our goal is always to offset zombie properties before they become zombie properties. We hope this helps in that effort. And I just want to commend Carrie and her staff because she led the way on this grant application. We are the only town in Monroe County to have received it, and the amount is substantial. It's almost $250,000. We're one of only a handful of towns in the state, actually. This is largely awarded to cities and larger villages in the state. So Arundecoit really has done an exceptional job combating this issue, which is, we know if there's one blighted zombie property in a neighborhood, it can tear down the whole neighborhood. I walk my dog past the same one for the past 4 years, and thankfully that one is actually coming back into rehabilitation, which is good to know. But we continue to try to be vigilant. So good job, Carrie, and everyone else.
Thank you.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Item number 3, authorizing adjustment of the mileage reimbursement rate for 2020 to .575, consistent with rate allowed by the U.S. Internal Revenue Service.
Motion?
Moved.
And a second?
Second.
Thanks. This is pretty self-explanatory. This just changes the IRS allowable rate to 57.5 cents effective January 1st, 2020, recorded on a personal motor vehicle used for town business. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 4, resolution in the matter of scheduling a public hearing to provide opportunity for public comment on Arundecoit's Community Development Block Grant Program.
Motion?
Moved.
And a second?
Second.
Thank you. This would schedule a public hearing at our next town board meeting, February 25th, 2020, to provide for public comment on the town's Community Development Block Grant Program, which is a federal program that it allows us to administer a federal block grant for a number of services. The federal government very much encourages public participation in that process. Last year, we elected to add a subsequent hearing to make it 2 hearings in 1 year to allow for public comment, to help inform our decisions, as well as to comment on the administration of the program. And we like having people show up, so we encourage them, and we will continue to post and advertise that on multiple mediums. And I'll just also, as a tangent note, this is becoming crunch time for our census, and our community development block grant is directly dependent on us getting an accurate census count in Arundecoit. If we dip below a certain population number, we are at jeopardy of losing those federal dollars. So there's probably no municipality in Monroe County with more at stake than the town of Arundecoit with the census. So be on the lookout. There's opportunities to work for the census. Visit uscensus.gov, and there's multiple locations set up throughout the area. So we're all part of this, and we hope everyone participates in one way, shape, or form. Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Item number 5, approving the promotion to a motor equipment operator in the Department of Public Works.
Motion.
Moved.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you. Commissioner Kylie, explanation, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. The next 2 resolutions are promotion opportunities within the Department of Public Works, and if I may, I'll just introduce both candidates at this time. We posted the promotional opportunities for motor equipment operator, 2 of those positions within the Department of Public Works. Of the candidates that applied, the interview team consisting of myself, Labor Foreman Labini, and Labor Foreman Albert interviewed both Nick Dietz and Bob Fluke for those positions of motor equipment operator. Nick is a 7-year veteran employee of the Department of Public Works, working in highway, parks, sanitation, really all facets within the department. Bob Fluke is a 10-year veteran employee of the town, first starting within IT and then moving to parks and then to highway and sanitation, and now out on roads. Ultimately, these 2 candidates have their CDL. They're both one-person plow trained, and we look forward to their promotion as motor equipment operators.
Thank you. The first resolution before the board would authorize the appointment of Nick Dietz to a motor equipment operator in the Department of Public Works. I've known Nick much of my life. He's been a tremendous asset to our department, has a great amount of energy, and very happy to advance and support this resolution. Any questions or comments? God bless you. Thank you. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is adopted. Congratulations, Nick. Stand up.
Item number 6, approving the promotion to a motor equipment operator in the Department of Public Works.
Motion.
Moved.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you. This resolution would authorize the appointment of Mr. Fluke to the position of motor equipment operator in the Department of Public Works, as described by Commissioner Kylie. It's a well-known name in our organization, certainly one that's synonymous with hard working, and we thank you for your 10 years of service, and very happy to advance and support this resolution. Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The resolution is adopted. Stand up, wave to the adoring audience.
Item number 7, authorizing the purchase of one 2020 Ford Utility Police Interceptor all-wheel drive vehicle and associated budget transfers.
Motion.
Moved.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you. Chief, explanation, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. This is a resolution that will allow us to purchase the vehicle that was approved in December of 2019. During the course of that budget transfer and allocation, the purchase was not completed in time with the contract expiration date. We were able to renew that and move forward with this purchase to add to our marked fleet. This is as a result of a total loss that occurred in 2019, utilizing vehicle insurance recoveries, as well as some other budget opportunities that existed.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 8, resolution to enter into a memorandum of understanding between the New York State Police Forensic Investigation Center and the Arundecoy Police Department for submission of evidence to the New York State Police Crime Lab.
Motion.
Moved.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you, Chief. Explanation, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. This allows a working agreement between the New York State the Police Department and the Arundecoy Police Department so that we can submit evidence to their state police crime laboratory, and in particular with forensic analysis of computers, cell phones, and things of that nature. We've had a working agreement with them in the past, and due to accreditation standards, it's now formalized with this MOU.
Thank you. Any questions or comments on the germane resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 9, resolution to enter into an intermunicipal agreement and funding for the STOP DWI programs.
Motion.
Moved.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you, Chief. Explanation, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. This is an annual renewal of our grant funding from STOP DWI funds and impaired driving enforcement efforts. You'll see there's 2 different categories associated with that as the state identifies various enforcement campaigns or periods of time throughout the year for us to allocate resources for the enforcement efforts, as well as training our police officers in the area of impaired driving, arrest, and investigations.
Thank you. Always a good resolution to advance, and we're grateful for the funding. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 10, resolution to enter into a memorandum of understanding between the Arundecoy Police Department and Matthew Doward.
Motion. Moved. And a second.
Second.
Thank you. Chief, explanation, please.
This memorandum of understanding and resolution allows us to move forward once again with our special events mounted unit. Last year was the first time we entered into this agreement. I think many people throughout the community saw the value of us being able to utilize this resource for community engagement as well as special events. The funding for this program is within the budget, and last year's allocation was just less than $2,000. And based upon our experience, we certainly would like to move forward with this. For clarification purposes, we only incur expenses for the travel and hourly rate of the use of the mounted unit. The medical expenses and feeding of the horses is covered by Mr. Doward.
Thanks. And you, at a workshop it was posed, you said it was approximately $2,200 annually?
I was in error. It's $1,990.
Even better. You set yourself up nicely for that one. Thank you. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 11, calling for a public hearing on the matter of consolidated sewer extension to include 39 Colomer Drive.
Motion.
Moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. Commissioner Kylie, please explain.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. This resolution would would call for a public hearing, which would be held next month at the regularly scheduled town board meeting, by which the general public can come and give testimony to the entrance or acceptance of the entrance of the property at 39 Colomer Drive, tax ID number 076.07-1-5, to enter into the consolidated sewer district. As this board has seen times in the past, we first call for a public hearing. Next month, we would hold the public hearing, listen to any testimony that the general public would have, feedback, if you will, and on the entrance of this property into the consolidated sewer district, at which time we would then act to either allow or disapprove them from entering into the district. So this is the first step in a multiple-step process to allow them to enter into the consolidated sewer district.
Yeah, in that vein, just I'll note that the subsequent resolution authorizes a temporary out-of-district user agreement whereby the resident can attach to their attach to the consolidated sewer district at their own risk, pending I guess prospective approval by the town board, but they do so at their own risk, and the town reserves the right to either approve or deny that ultimately after the hearing. Correct?
That is correct. So in this situation, a septic system is failing, and ultimately, we would allow them a temporary out-of-user connection into the consolidated sewer district. This is kind of the next resolution, but I might as well explain them both now. So this property would be allowed to enter into the district temporarily. That connection would be borne upon the homeowner. If, for some reason, at next month's town board meeting, we heard testimony, and the board did not allow, they disapproved their entrance into the consolidated sewer district, this property would have to remove their connection in its entirety at their own cost.
Thank you. We just note that because state law doesn't allow for expeditious entrance into a special district like this, and we just want to make sure the property owner always knows, so there is some risk occurred on their end. Just that disclaimer. But on the matter of calling the public hearing, any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Item number 12, authorizing the supervisor to enter into a temporary out-of-district user agreement.
Motion? And a second. Second. Thank you. Don't be shy, guys. As Mr. Kiley just explained, this would authorize the supervisor and enter into a temporary out-of-district agreement with the owner of 39 Colomer Drive, and such permanent extension into the consolidated district is contingent upon the result of a public hearing to be held next month. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Item number 13, authorizing the supervisor to enter into an agreement for Monroe County all-season work in Monroe County rights-of-way.
Motion. Moved. And a second.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. This resolution authorizes the town to enter into an agreement with Monroe County. This agreement would allow town employees to perform work on behalf of the county on county highways. County highways contribute nearly 86 lane miles throughout town, and ultimately town DPW employees can perform such work for the county on the county's behalf at a chargeback. As you can see in the the Appendix B, those are the percentages of hours and compensation rates per lane mile for mowing and roadside pickup.
Thank you, Bob. Any questions for the Commissioner? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 14, regarding sanitary sewer easement encroachment agreement at 90 Peaceful Trail.
Motion. Moved. And a second.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Kiley, keep it going.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. This resolution would authorize an encroachment onto the sanitary sewer easement in the rear yard of a home located at 90 Peaceful Trail. The homeowners have expressed an interest in installing a pool in their rear yard. In their rear yard, there is a 20-foot wide sanitary sewer easement. That easement bisects their yard, and ultimately for underground electric to be installed to operate the filters and whatnot associated with a pool, they would have to traverse across the easement. As such, this would allow that encroachment onto the easement at 90 Peaceful Trail, so long as there are two handholds on either side, just outside of the easement, and ultimately they bury their conduit with tracer wire to allow any type of work being conducted on the sanitary sewer main that goes between their backyard, easily visible for our crews in the field.
Very good. Any questions for the commissioner? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Resolution's adopted.
Item number 15, declaring certain equipment as surplus.
Motion.
Moved.
And a second.
Second.
Bob, this is very exciting. Please explain it.
We are selling 5 of our stainless steel spreaders and a 2006 Ford pickup truck with 90,907 miles. This will be auctioned on the online auctions coming soon. So supervisor can bid on them as you see fit.
You improvising over there?
I'm
Okay.
trying to. Usually you make a joke about deputy
If
supervisor
anyone needs an
buying.
industrial side salt spreader, we have 5 of them. And, questions are, and a Ford pickup truck with 90,000 miles. Questions or comments?
No, but I want to thank Commissioner Kiley for being thoughtful enough to separate these units, as I understand that they will garner us more money at the auction.
That is the current goal, yes. Thank you.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 16, authorizing the purchase of one backhoe loader.
Motion.
Move.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Kiley.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. This resolution authorizes the purchase of one new case backhoe loader. This would be used within the sanitation department. This was a budgeted item within the 2020 budget. The lowest responsible bidder within the New York State OGS contract, PC 67265, was CNH, Industrial America, with a local vendor here being Monroe Tractor. The amount for this acquisition, $113,439.
Thank you. Any questions for the commissioner? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Item number 17, authorizing the supervisor to enter into an agreement with vendors for recreation February break camp.
Motion.
Moved.
And a second.
Second.
Director Hall, explanation, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. This brings forward an agreement for our February break camp to take field trips. This break camp is for children in grades 1 through 5, and it obviously takes place during the February school break, and so these contracts were available for the town to review at the workshop.
Thank you. Yes, they were. Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 18, authorizing the supervisor to enter into a contract with a vendor for entertainment at the Arundequite Senior Community Center for Senior Event.
Motion.
Moved.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you. Ms. Hall, explain, please.
Thank you. Yes, this resolution brings forward a contract so that we can bring entertainment this summer to our senior center, specifically a senior game show at the senior center during our lunch program.
Thank you. Any questions or comments?
Katrina, is this a one-time thing, or will they be coming multiple times?
Currently, it's just one time in June, but if they enjoy it, we'll bring them back.
Fantastic.
Splendid. Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 19, authorizing the supervisor to enter into new contracts with independent contractors from Local B90 for staffing of parking personnel, day, overnight supervisors, ticket takers, and ticket sellers for McAvoy Park, Camp Eastman Sports Fields, and various town special events.
Motion. And a second.
Second.
Ms. Hall was apparently not happy with Ms. Janier when she wrote the title of that resolution. But nice job, Barb. Ms. Hall, explanation, please.
Thank you. As it was mentioned, this is to bring forward contracts for multiple special events. Originally in December, the original set of contracts were brought to the town board, and we have now added some additional contractors to have on hand for this. So these are just some additional contracts that were available for town board review.
Very good. Any questions for Ms. Hall? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Item number 20, authorizing the supervisor to enter into various contracts with vendors for the town's 2020 Winterfest celebration.
Motion.
Moved.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you. Ms. Hall, any questions? Ms. Hall, explanation, please.
Thank you. This brings forward the contracts for entertainment and vendors for this Saturday's festival, and all these contracts were available to review at the town board workshop.
Thank you, and I'll note they include a snow globe photo opportunity in Frozen Bounce House, Princess Throne and Two Fairy Princesses, a video game trailer, horse-drawn wagon rides, husky dog meet and greet, alpaca visit, interactive DJ music, a wood carver, and a big tent. So this is a good list of things to authorize, so thank you very much. Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Item number 21, authorizing attendance to the XLR 8 Leadership Training Program.
Motion.
Moved.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you. This resolution would authorize funds to be dispersed so that Robert Kiley and Katrina Hall may attend the Accelerate Leadership Training Program at the end of the month. This is a training program that has been utilized not only by a lot of local companies, Wegmans included, but also our police department with, I think, a good degree of success and efficacy. So we're always looking to help develop members of our leadership team. We'll continue to do so. So this is advanced with that in mind. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 22, approving the special event license for the Cupid's Cup 5th Annual 5K Run Walk.
Motion. Moved. And a second.
Second.
Thank you. This would approve a special event license for the 5th Annual Cupid's Cup 5K Run Walk to be held on Sunday, February 9th, 2020, beginning and ending at West Arundequoit School District, starting at 8:30 to 10:30. Upon that, Yellow Jacket Racing notifies all affected residents. And I will note that is the morning of the Super Bowl, I believe, so it's a very good, is it? Yeah, it's a very good way to start your, oh no, maybe it isn't. Super Bowl would be.
No, week
No,
before.
It's the week. It's the weekend after the Super Bowl, so it's a good way to burn off some of those calories from the Super Bowl. That's why I'm running it. So, any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is adopted. This concludes our body of work for tonight's regular town board meeting. I want to thank our scouts from 356 for not just leading us in the pledge, but staying here for the duration. Was that a long meeting? I got news for you. That was one of our short meetings. So you're coming back. The board. I'm surprised the board won't pass a resolution mandating you be here next month. But we thank you for paying attention. I saw your eyes were alert and attentive, and civic education is always a good thing. I will note. I'm going to get this right. Third time is a charm. I've messed this up twice now. The Red Cross Blood Drive. Sorry, Nate downstairs. Sorry, Maria, who's hosting. Is Thursday, January 23rd. Yes. From 11 to 4 p.m. So we'll have good attendance regardless. If somebody shows up wanting to give blood tomorrow, we will find somewhere for them to donate blood. Our next workshop meeting is Tuesday, February 11th, 2020, 4 p.m. here in the Broderick Meeting Room. Our next regular town board meeting, we're diverting. It will be held on Tuesday, February 25th, so we'll have a 2-week interim period between our workshop and board meeting. That'll be at 7 p.m. here in the Broderick Meeting Room. So again, workshop February 11th, regular town board meeting February 25th. With that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
And a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting is adjourned.
We hope you enjoyed this presentation of the Arundequoit Town Board on ICAT, Government Access. We hope you enjoyed this presentation of the Irondequoit Town Board on ICAT, Government Access.